Okay, so welcome to my little TED Talk. This one's going to be a little long, but I really want to know y'all's opinions. I want to know what y'all think about this. And I'm getting a little bit vulnerable here, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So, I was an atheist for years and years and years and years, right? And when I was an atheist, there was this one thing that I can grasp onto that I know for a fact it kept me from converting, and it made me not want to ever even consider Christianity. It made me not even entertain the idea of Jesus. And it's something that I can grasp onto, and I'm gonna tell you what that is. And basically, it's misalignment. And we'll talk about it in like maybe TikTok terms, because that's where we're at. So like, say someone is on TikTok and they are reading the Bible to you, and they're quoting scripture, and they're praying, and they're telling you, how you should be like Jesus, and do not fear, and do not worry, and count it all joy, and all the good things about scripture. They're on here, that's what they're spitting out, and they're telling you all the things, right? And then in the same day, in the same breath, they can get off the camera and turn around and it's like whiplash. Like, they turn around and next thing you know, they're tearing down other people, and they're just being nasty because another person has a different opinion than them, or someone has made them angry, or someone acted in a way that they deemed unacceptable, or they didn't do what they wanted them to do. Something come up, and next thing you know, they're like verbally tearing that person down. They're like attacking them and being just ugly and nasty. Now, we all have our days, right? We all have our days. We all make mistakes. We all do bad things. And I'm not talking about the kind that's like, oh, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry. Like, that was terrible. I shouldn't have said that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people that are just, that's what they do on a daily. They don't apologize, and their life shows no fruit. There's no fruit in their life. Their life is just straight chaos and nothing. No joy, no love, no peace. It's a constant fight 24/7 somewhere in their life. They're constantly in some kind of battle with someone somewhere. They're constantly in a head-on collision with someone else somewhere. That's the people I'm talking about. So those are the kind of Christians that I came in contact with for like most of my life, where they say all the right things and they perform just the right way and they act just the right way, just enough, just while they're in church, just while they're around people, and then they turn around and behind closed doors, they're just not good people. They're not reflecting, their life doesn't reflect Jesus in any sort of way. And when I was an atheist, something about that made me like not want anything to do with it. Like, I had no want. Like, they didn't have anything I wanted. Like, why would I convert to Christianity when your life is no better than the one I'm doing now, and I'm doing just fine now? Like, why would I ever even consider that? Like, that makes me to actually want to do the opposite, because you seem miserable. Why would I want to be that way? And that was like my thought process. And like, I still see that today. And like, the way I've learned to kind of decipher is there's two types of Christians in my opinion. And there's the kind of Christians that perform just right and say the right things and go to church and they just like do just enough to all the things to try to be considered a good Christian. And in a religious aspect, they're doing well, performing. But then there's the type of Christians who actually have a relationship with Jesus. That's a different type of Christianity to me. Like, that's completely, like, there are two way different things in my opinion. Now, I was lucky enough to finally come into contact with people who actually had like a relationship with Jesus, that were able to show me like, oh no, this is the Jesus I know. And I'm like, oh, I get it. I like that. Like, I like that Jesus. Like, that Jesus did some work, boy. I was like, I want that Jesus to do some work in my life. I need some transformation and all the things. And my life completely shows it, because I'm a completely different person. If I ran into somebody from high school, they wouldn't even know who I was. Like, they'd be like, that's not the Candace I knew, basically. So my life is completely transformed. There's fruit. There's proof that Jesus is at work in my life. So that's the Jesus I know. I don't know what y'all think. I don't know how y'all perceive it or what y'all got going on, but like, that, yeah.